So this morning I have Sarah with me on the couch. So I'm just here to ask you a few questions about your experience at university. When you first came, what was it like?
A bit frightening being a mature student and being on my own, not knowing anybody. It was a bit scary, but I very soon made friends with another couple of mature students, and then it was fine.
Did you think there was much opportunity for you to socialise with students that were maybe more in your age or more of your likes and dislikes?
No, I think Freshers Week is all about the booze culture basically, and the young people and their socialising. I'm not a party fever, but I've done that, and I want to do different things now.
So what year of your course are you in now?
I've just finished my second year.
Brilliant. And obviously you progressed to third year. What are you most looking forward to next year?
No exams. I'm looking forward to doing my dissertation. And just because this year we pick our modules, so I'm really looking forward to that I've picked the modules that I enjoy doing, and I'm also looking forward to carrying on with the volunteering that I do.
So when you came to university, was there anything that you expected to be in place that was sort of missing when you first arrived?
To be honest, I don't really know what I expected as a mature student. It was all a bit of a blur. There wasn't the social for the mature students, and although last year they tried to set up a mature students group at the beginning of our second year, every time they've met it's been when I've had a lecture or seminar, so I've not been able to make it. So it is a bit isolating in that respect.
And now I have Alan here on the couch with me. Hello Alan, how are you today?
I'm very well, thank you.
So I just want to ask you a little bit of questions about your experience at university. First of all, what year are you in and what course do you take?
At the moment, I'm in the second year of my PhD.
So do you you're doing a PhD, so it's obviously very busy, but do you get a chance to sort of socialise much with other students?
I do. I tend to socialise with the students I come into contact with, to be honest with you. The PhD is actually based on LGBT life in Plymouth, so I have a fair bit to do with the LGBT society in the student union, different people in the student union. I'm actually the student rep for the Humanities and Performing Arts cluster, if you like, so I get involved with the student union doing that.
Did you find that you had to do that yourself, or was it offered to you? So was it something you had to go out and look for?
You did have to look for it a little bit, but it wasn't too hard to find, if I can put it that way. There were the freshers' days when I got here and the open days and things, and with the best will in the world, I wasn't too excited about joining this sort of abseiling club or anything, so let that go.
And this is quite a leading question, but how do you find your relationship with, so to say, the younger students?
It really depends. I think it's probably easier being a research student, actually, in some ways, because you're used to being a little bit off to the side being a research student anyway. I think if I was in like a second year of an undergraduate degree or something, I might feel that gap a little bit more, because you'd be, oldest swinger in town, basically. But because I'm sort of doing my own thing anyway, I can sort of dip in and dip out as much as I like, really. And that's okay.
So if you had to put something in place to give you a little bit of a better student experience, or let you meet more mature students, or for mature students, what do you think maybe could be in place to make their experience better?
I think it's all just contact, really. I think it's just bringing people into contact. And some of that is the students' fault, if you see what I mean, in that I know, like with the postgraduate, there's a postgraduate sort of network of people, and I know that the take-up of that isn't very high, and I must admit I don't go to it as often as I should, because you're sort of off doing your own thing. And I think possibly that's a bit of a problem with mature students, that it's possibly they're in Plymouth, they've got lives in Plymouth, maybe they've got families and things, so they dip in and they take what they want and then they go again. So that's a little bit our fault, if you like. But at the other hand, I guess it would mean sort of the student union and different, just people just bearing that in mind, maybe, and just having, perhaps it needs a network of its own, or a Facebook page of its own, or something, for mature students that people can make use of,
And just a last question, if you were to meet a mature student who's starting in the first year of a postgraduate course, what would your advice be to them?
Really just talk to people. Don't be afraid to talk to people. because people are very nice. I mean, I do go into the Hive. I do go into the student union a little bit. I might go right through and sit at the Costa at the back. But people do talk, and people are interested in talking to you, and people are very often interested in what you're doing. So, don't be afraid to just reach out to people. Really.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much for today, and enjoy the sun.